Yeah, hi, hello, welcome to the Trailhead Badges Solutions YouTube channel. If you are yet to subscribe my channel, please do subscribe. Your one subscription is a lot to me. In this video, we are going to complete the challenge of design data mapper for performance. Let's go and check. So the data mapper development process. So create and config. Next one is build, and that the step is preview and that debug. And the final one is consume. So create and configure. So your data mapper to make basic decision about what it will do, its input and output, data format and many more. Build. So your data mapper by adding elements to retrieve, transfer, map and load data, all with the drag and drop tools. After you add elements, so we may need to go back and further configuration in our data mapper. So preview and debug. So our data mapper to test the data it returns. Consume data from our data mapper by calling it from Omniscript, FlexCard, integration procedure and the Apex classes. So in this unit we will explore tips and advices when we create, config and build our data mappers. Then in the final unit, in this module, we will learn about how data from data mappers are consumed by other Omnistudio components. Let's get started with the beginning of creation. Choice when you create and configure out the data mapper. So name. So a data mapper's name must be with a letter and contains only letters and the numbers only. So without special characters, spaces and underscores. We recommend using camel case following a prefix verb object detail format. For example, the name of general data mapper load that saves contact email address to Salesforce can be. So general save contact email like that. This is the one of the example. Interface. This field is where we need to select data mapper type to create either extract, turbo, extract, load or transfer. We can't change this setting after data mapper is created. So before data mapper create only we can change this. Once it created, so we can't change it. Interface type, input type. So this determines the format of data loaded into the data mappers, either JSON, XML or the custom. So if you choose the custom, enter a custom input class which is Apex class that we create, so Omnistudio can process another input data format. Output. So the option in the output type field are determined by which interface type we select, because each data mapper type has different output capabilities. Yeah, interface output type options. So extract will give JSON, XML and custom. Turbo extract will give JSON custom. Load will give S object. Transform will provide JSON, XML, custom, PDF, DocSign or and a document template also. Required permission. So this field controls who can run a data mapper. If the field is left blank, all users can run the data mapper unless a default required permission has been set to the org level. To specify permissions, enter a comma separate list of roles, profiles, permission sets or custom permissions. Description. So as this is self-explanatory, but here we go. The field describes the data mapper. The data mapper's name generally tells anyone who comes after you. So including your further self, what a data mapper does and how it used. So but the description field helps explain it in more depth. Consideration of building your data mappers. So as you land on your tour of data mapper designer, each data mapper type is configured slightly differently. So in a foundational module like this, so we can't dive into configuring each type of data mapper. Focus only on the data we need. Yeah, plan our data extract order. So in extract, Omnistudio chain requires for each object in order to get child data as we worked on. Multiple extract objects, when we execute the query for the first object, it then queries each return record for the next object and so on. Because of this, follow these best practices. Query parent object before child object. For example, query accounts before opportunities. Only include other extract Salesforce object if they are directly related to the top level object. For example, if any extract top level object is an account, only include related objects such as opportunities and contacts. Use the IDs for earlier object as part of the criteria to extract later object. For example, use an account record ID to find related opportunities and contacts. Avoid combining queries for unrelated objects. So these are some best practices we need to consider. So when we plan to create data mappers. Use unique name mapping. So use unique names for the data outputs across all of our data mappers to avoid confusion and the data problems. Consider how data mappers works with Omnistudio integration procedure. Data mapper isn't the only tool in the Omnistudio service layer. Integration procedures have a role to play. Sometimes we might add a data mapper to an integration procedure or use an integration procedure instead of a data mapper. How can you decide? In general, think a single data mapper for a direct read or write or simple change. Use a single data mapper if you are performing a single step orientation. Data mapper are designed for focused tasks called by other components also. An integration procedure can call several data mappers and other actions to achieve more complex logic. Use it for your process as many steps need data sources each then. So with this we completed the theory part of this Trailhead. Let's go check what we have to complete this Trailhead. So we have quiz session. Let's go and try to answer the questions. So what data mapper type can use the object output type? Yes, object as output type. So that is load. So which best practice is recommended to make sure your data mapper extract perform well? Query top level object first. Let's go and verify the challenge. Yeah, with this we successfully completed the challenge. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe. We'll meet you with another video.